What do you think is the fastest Ford muscle car ever made? Is it the Shelby GT 500, a 700-plus horsepower beast? Or maybe a classic Mustang with a big block V8 growling like a wild animal? Or could it be a forgotten NASCAR outlaw that once ruled the high banks? Ford didn't just build muscle cars. They created speed legends. From drag strips to the Autobahn, Ford has scorched every track and highway it touched. In this video, we're counting down the 12 fastest Ford muscle cars ever built. Some are iconic, some are underrated, but all of them deserve a place in history. Can you guess which one takes the crown? Don't blink. Some of these cars launch faster than the human eye can track. 1971. Ford Mustang Boss 351. This was the last Ford to wear the Boss badge before the muscle car era came to an end. The 1971 Ford Mustang Boss 351, a warrior often forgotten in Ford's history. Under the hood lies a 351 Cleveland 5.8, equipped with a high-lift cam, 4-barrel carburetor, and an 11.0:1 compression ratio. Officially rated at 330 horsepower, the Boss 351 often outperformed bigger engines in real-world tests. It clocked 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.8 seconds and could reach over 120 miles per hour. Impressive for a 1971 street car. A 4-speed manual and limited slip differential gave it sharp handling and strong grip through corners. While the Boss 302 was track-focused and the Boss 429 was a brute, the Boss 351 struck the perfect middle ground. Refined yet aggressive, a true muscle car. Sadly, the Boss 351 was produced for only one model year, making it a rare collectible today. 1969, Ford Torino Tallaladega. To beat the Dodge Charger Daytona, Ford engineered a special Torino with an extended body, aerodynamic nose, and flush front bumper. All of it was to meet racing rules, and Ford played it smart by building just 754 street-legal units. Under the hood sat the mighty 428 Cobra Jet V8, officially rated at 335 horsepower, but many insiders say it made over 400 horsepower. Mated to a C6 automatic and a 3.25:1 rear axle, the Tallaladega could do 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.7 seconds and reach nearly 140 miles per hour, remarkable for a car of its size and weight. This car wasn't as flashy as a Mustang, but in terms of aerodynamics and high-speed performance, it was far more menacing. Today, the Torino Tallaladega is a symbol of the aero wars, the fierce aerodynamic battle between Ford, Dodge, and Plymouth on America's racetracks. 1984, Ford Mustang SVO. During an era when American muscle cars were losing their power to emissions laws and fuel crises, the Ford Mustang SVO arrived with a bold and different approach. Instead of the traditional V8, the special vehicle operations used a 2.3-liter turbocharged inline-4, producing 175 horsepower at launch and boosted to 205 horsepower by 1985. Thanks to its lighter weight and early torque delivery, the SVO could do 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 6.7 seconds, rivaling many V8s of its time. More than just power, the SVO focused on precision driving, tuned independent suspension, 4-wheel performance disc brakes, 16-inch 5-spoke wheels, and a functional rear spoiler, making it a unique Mustang experience. Visually, it stood out with its stretched nose, offset dual headlights, and distinct turbo hood scoop. It was the first Mustang to bring turbocharging into the American mainstream. While it never got the fame of the Shelby or GT 500, the Mustang SVO remains a crucial technical milestone, paving the way for modern turbocharged Mustangs. 1970 Ford Falcon XY GTHO Phase 3. You may have never heard of it, but the Ford Falcon XY GTHO Phase 3 was officially dubbed the world's fastest four-door sedan when it launched, according to Australia's own press. Developed by Ford Special Vehicles in Australia, it packed a 351 cubic inch Cleveland 5.8, officially rated at 300 horsepower, but real output often exceeded 350 horsepower. Mated to a top-loader 4-speed and a 3.25 to 1 rear axle, this Falcon could accelerate 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 5.6 seconds and reach nearly 140 miles per hour. Stunning figures for a sedan in 1971. Only around 300 Phase 3 units were built, and today it's one of the most valuable collectible Fords ever, with auction prices exceeding $1 million Australian dollars. Its design wasn't flashy, standard sedan body, subtle spoiler, and hood scoop, but what made it legendary was American-style performance unleashed on Aussie roads. It's proof that Ford didn't just build muscle cars in the US. They created speed icons wherever they touched ground. 1970 Ford Mustang Twister Special 428 SCJ. In the world of classic Mustangs, some versions are too rare to be well known, yet powerful enough to make collectors go crazy. And the Mustang Twister Special 428 SCJ is one of them. Only 96 Twister Specials were built, exclusively for dealerships in Kansas. The car featured unique styling, including a black tornado decal on the sides, ram air hood, and optional custom interior. More importantly, it packed a 428 cubic inch Super Cobra Jet V8 with the drag pack and a 4-speed manual transmission. Officially rated at 375 horsepower, but real output often exceeded 400 horsepower on dyno tests. It could do 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 5.5 seconds, with a top speed close to 130 miles per hour. A serious performer for such a regionally limited vehicle. Today, the Mustang Twister Special is considered a hidden gem in Ford's legacy, combining performance, rarity, and history in one unforgettable package. 1968 Ford Mustang 428 Cobra Jet. In 1968, Ford decided to go big, and the result was the Mustang 428 Cobra Jet, a car built to dominate the drag strip. After getting outgunned by Pontiac and Chevrolet in the performance wars, Ford struck back by cramming a massive 428 cubic inch big block V8 into the Mustang's engine bay. Officially rated at just 335 horsepower, insiders knew it easily pushed over 400 HP, classic Detroit underrating at its finest. With 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5.4 seconds, the Cobra Jet was so fast that Ford was banned from certain drag classes because it was simply too dominant. The Cobra Jet package featured a ram air hood scoop, high-lift camshaft, aggressive compression, and upgraded cooling. It was engineered with one mission: win the quarter mile. It didn't have flashy looks or luxury trim, but the 428 Cobra Jet kicked off the factory drag car movement that rivals like Mopar and GM would scramble to match. 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429. If there's one Mustang that deserves the title street-going monster, it's the Mustang Boss 429, a NASCAR warrior disguised as a street car. Ford didn't build the Boss 429 to sell, They built it to homologate the 429 semi-Hemi engine for NASCAR. Only 1,358 units were made, all hand-converted by Carcraft to fit the enormous power plant. Under the hood was a 429 cubic inch semi-Hemi 5.8, officially rated at 375 horsepower, though real-world dyno tests often showed over 500 horsepower. With 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5.3 seconds. The Boss 429 ranked among the fastest Mustangs of the 1960s. It featured a lowered stance, 4-speed manual transmission, 3.91-to-1 rear axle, and was only available as a fastback coupe, built for grip and go. It didn't scream with flashy stripes like a Shelby, but the bulging hood scoop made one thing clear. This wasn't your average Mustang. Today, the Boss 429 stands as a sacred relic of classic muscle, with auction prices soaring over $400,000. 1966 Ford Fairlane GT 427. Among the fastest Ford muscle cars in history, the Ford Fairlane GT 427 holds a special place, built by Ford to bring racetrack power to the streets. Part of a broader push to dominate the drag strip and NASCAR, only about 57 Fairlanes were factory-fitted with the 427 engine, making it not just fast, but rarer than gold. Under the hood was Ford's legendary 427 cubic inch side-oiler V8, featuring a high-lift camshaft, dual Holley 4-barrel carbs, and a racing-style oiling system designed for sustained high RPM. Official power was 425 horsepower, but actual output was often much higher. With 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds, the Fairlane 427 could go toe-to-toe with any Mopar Hemi or Chevy Big Block of its day. Design-wise, it was understated. No stripes, no wings, no flash. But when the light turned green, it left everything else behind on the drag strip. Today, the Fairlane GT 427 stands as a symbol of Ford's era of all-out muscle. 1970 Ford Torino Cobra 429 SCJ. This was the ultimate performance version of the Torino Cobra, powered by the 429 Super Cobra Jet V8, paired with the drag pack option. It was officially rated at 375 horsepower, but real-world figures climbed to 450 horsepower thanks to a solid lifter camshaft, Holley 780 cubic feet per minute carb, and dedicated oil cooler. The car could hit 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds and run the quarter mile in around 13.7 seconds, making it one of the fastest Fords of the 1970s. With a 4-speed manual, 4.3-to-1 rear gears, heavy-duty driveshaft, and firm suspension, the SCJ was born for the drag strip, yet still legal for the street. No flashy stripes, no loud badges, just pure power and cold-blooded confidence. Today, the Torino 429 SCJ is a forgotten gem in Ford's legacy, but for those who faced it at the lights, they knew this was a steel nightmare on wheels. 1971, Ford Mustang Mach 142-9 Super Cobra Jet. Ford equipped this Mach 1 with a 429 cubic inch V8 Super Cobra Jet, paired with the high-performance drag pack. Officially rated at 375 horsepower, real output often exceeded 450 horsepower. The result? 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds, with a top speed around 135 miles per hour. Impressive for a car this large in 1971. The SCJ package included a high-lift cam, oil cooler, 3.91-to-1 gear ratio 1 rear gears, and heavy-duty drivetrain. all engineered to dominate the drag strip. The 1971 Mach 1 had a bolder look than ever. Long nose, shaker hood scoop, and wide fastback rear. But its sheer size and weight often overshadowed its raw power in the spotlight. Today, the Mustang Mach 1429 SCJ is a forgotten warrior in Ford's muscle legacy. But for speed junkies, it's a steel bullet on wheels. 1966, Shelby Cobra 427. Of all the speed machines Ford ever helped create, none strikes fear at first glance, quite like the Shelby Cobra 427. While its chassis came from AC cars in the UK, all the power and engineering came from America, specifically the Ford 427 FE Big Block V8, paired with Carroll Shelby's philosophy of lightweight design. Officially rated at 425 horsepower, but weighing just 2,300 pounds, approximately 1,050 kilograms, this car could rocket 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.2 seconds, on par with modern supercars. Top speed, over 160 miles per hour, in a car built in 1966. The street-legal version was extremely limited. Only about 260 Cobra 427 road cars were made. No driver aids, no ABS, just raw performance and a whole lot of guts. The Cobra 427 wasn't just a car. It was America's speed manifesto, fired directly at Europe during a golden era of racing. Even today, it remains an undefeated legend in muscle car history. 1965, Shelby GT 350R. This was the first purpose-built racing Mustang ever, and one of the fastest Fords of all time. Only 34 original GT 350Rs were built for track use, based on the 1965 Mustang fastback body. Under the hood was a 289 cubic inch V8, tuned by Shelby to make over 360 horsepower, an insane figure for the mid-1960s, weighing just 2,550 pounds, approximately 1,160 kilograms. Thanks to stripped-down interior and racing components, the GT 350R could rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds and top out above 140 miles per hour. It dominated SCCAB/production class racing, winning right out of the gate, and kick-started the era of true high-performance Mustangs. No radio, no AC, no compromises, just pure speed. Today, an original GT 350R is worth over $1 million, making it the most sacred artifact in Ford's speed legacy. From the Boss 351 to the GT 350R, Ford didn't just build muscle cars, they built speed legends. Each car on this list represents an era, a performance philosophy, and a statement that Americans could build cars faster than anyone imagined. Whether it's the turbocharged SVO or the mighty Boss 429, every one of them carries the same DNA, uncompromising speed. And if you're a fan of the Mustang, Fairlane, Torino, or Cobra, you're holding onto a piece of history the world won't forget. Which Ford impressed you the most? If you could choose, which one would you drive first? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss the next legendary video. We've got more awesome content coming your way.